The magician covered the white cloth all over his body and wanted to perform the floating technique. The man in front of him was full of expectation, but the next second, the magician fell down in response. The white cloth was stained red with blood. The man rushed to clean up the scene. The magician actually stood up again. Oh no, actually not dead. The man picked up a rope and strangled him until he was not breathing. The murderer's name is Neville, a big fan of the magician. He was impressed by his idol's floating technique and begged the magician 3 times to reveal the secret. The magician, of course, refused. Navi knew that the secret book with the riddle written on it was hidden in his pocket, so he went so far as to kill the magician and steal the book. The highest level of chasing a star is to replace him, and 9 years later, Navi became a famous magician by virtue of his flotation technique. And on this day, a reporter came to interview him, came up to shake hands with him, and Navi saw through the reporter's trick right away.
Can I have my ring back, please?
The reporter realized that was exposed, had to obediently return the ring to David. It turned out that he will also be a little magic. Of course, this little trick cannot enter the eyes of the master of Navi. The reporter is not willing to pester Navi, said, "Just a little magic does not count? And then see me perform, eh?" Navi, a little impatient, but still reluctantly agreed. The reporter's magic is called mind reading. He let Naveen write down a string of numbers, tear down the paper and pinch the hand, and then let Naveen hold a banana with both hands. And then he took out a knife to cut the banana to prove that the knife is real. However, Naveen's eyes seemed to have already seen through everything, only to see the reporter once again picked up the knife. In his own hand cut hard, blood instantly gushed out, but he did not have the slightest pain, but instead smeared the blood on the paper. Miraculously, a few numbers appeared.
2, 6, 3, 4, 9. Are those the numbers you wrote down?
They are. Bravo!
The reporter was still smug, but Navi mercilessly exposed him. "Your pen is equipped with a tracking chip that can send the movement of my hand back to my phone through the app. While I went to get the banana gap, you used the candle to write down the numbers on the paper. That's why there was that magical effect of the blood staining the numbers, and of course, the knife was doctored. When I wasn't paying attention, you secretly switched to a fake knife, and the real one was hidden in your inner pocket." The reporter was shocked, and Neville then asked the reporter, "Where did you learn these magic tricks?" Hearing Neville ask this, the reporter put away his smile and became serious. He replied, "This is what I learned from my grandfather when I was a child. My grandfather was a great magician, but he disappeared accidentally 9 years ago. At this time, Neville was shocked. Could the reporter be the grandson of the magician he killed?